Stevens Point men's basketball game against Wisconsin Lutheran. John, a couple of notes here now. In uniform, we have no idea if he is going to play a minute, a second, or not at all. But Dylan Reuter, the 6'11 freshman out of Hayes, Kansas, is in uniform. Seems to be moving pretty well, but he hasn't played for a while. So again, we don't know if he'll see the floor or not tonight. But he is 6'11. People always, we don't have any size. We were talking to one of our fans before the game. I was going to leave him nameless, but then why would I do that? Rob Klisch, we don't have any size. We're like, well, we have a 6'11 kid. What do you want in Division III? We do? So we'll let Dylan play his way into the lineup as much as possible. It's good to have him back. I want to see, hopefully, if we get a chance tonight, a little deeper into the bench, and by that, you would have to have a considerable lead. Coach isn't going to play guys for the sake of getting them on the floor. You earn playing time, or at the end of a game, if the situation dictates.
We have certainly seen Coach Semling go to small lineup.
Yep.
And sometimes you're wondering, boy, we are real small. Where's the rebounds going to come from? But what we've noticed in that is our quickness has more than countered any lack of size. I mean, when you put the 2-point guards out there, Buchanan and Mackinnon, we've given other teams real challenge to try to defend a double-point guard because they're both so quick and they're so good with the ball in their hands. But if we wanted to, if everybody was healthy, we could go 6'11", 6'8", 6'6", 6'6". We haven't seen a big lineup yet, but we could.
We could. Or we could go even smaller, I suppose. I want to see Ryan Gedrick get back. I thought early in the season Ryan looked really good. Now the last couple of games he has struggled a bit at both ends of the floor. You don't have to be a prolific scorer, but you do need to be a threat offensively, or they can take other things away from you. So I hope Ryan gets back rolling a little bit here. Brennan Tim did not have a good game against Schreckenthaler and Edgewood. I can understand Schreckenthaler is a load, and he had to have, I'm going to guess, 100 pounds on Brennan Tim. And Brennan, trying to play in the post against a guy like that, was having trouble. So he didn't play all that much. This is a game where he might have a chance to step out and play more of the 4, which I think is his natural spot.
Yeah, that was more of a bangers kind of game.
Yep.
And Brennan is a finesse player. I don't think he's suited to that banging physical interior kind of game.
You don't think so?
I don't. And
I'm right there with you.
And if we can be a little quicker and more of a finesse game, more out and flow, that's where he fits in a little bit better. But you know what? That's the nice thing about this team. We can bring in different pieces and adjust to those things.
Yeah, I agree. Well, we're going to get a break for the national anthem. We'll come back and play a little college basketball final game before Thanksgiving. Let's hope it's a good one for our UW Stevens Point Pointers. Let's take the break. We're coming right back. Pointer basketball on WPCN.
Hey sports fans, Scott Glinski of Skyward here. From the court to the field, the ice rink to the putting green, on the track and in the classroom, Skyward supports all local and state athletes. Since 1980, our advanced technology solution has been helping school districts improve outcomes, reduce costs, and achieve success for students. Visit us online at skyward.com to learn more and see how Skyward empowers school districts across Wisconsin. Best of luck to all local sports teams this season.
An engagement ring is the defining symbol of a lifelong promise, and that's why choosing Lee Ayers Jewelers is so important. As a family business, they know how important your search is, and they take great pride in helping you find the perfect engagement ring. For Lee Ayers, it's all about taking care of you, the customer. From in-store goldsmiths to custom jewelry design by Thomas Daling, they do it all. Begin your lifelong promise by choosing Lee Ayers Jewelers, downtown Stevens Point.
can now replay your favorite UWSP, Pacelli, and Spash games at 921WPCN.com. Listen live to our weekly broadcasts throughout the season. After the games are over, go to 921WPCN.com and listen to the broadcast you missed or relive the best moments of the season. 92.1 and 1010 AM. Your home for UWSP, Spash, and Pacelli sports, and your home for true oldies. Listen to the games live at 921WPCN.com. The True Oldies channel.
Pointers fans, head over to the Final Score Sports Bar and Grill before or after the game for your get-togethers. The Final Score, 2nd and Maria, Stevens Point. All right, back out at Nuance as our crowd continues to trickle in here this evening. Not going to be a real big crowd by the looks of it. But you know what? I think that crowd's going to grow as these guys continue to put some W's on the ledger, John. I'm just guessing, like always, if you're winning, you get bigger crowds.
Well, that's the truth, especially today. That's the thing that I can never tell, Sky, because we got this see-through advertising behind us.
Yes.
We have no idea how many people are up in the balcony.
Well, that's true. All right, starting lineups. First of all, for Wisconsin Lutheran, 2-2 on the year, coached by Aaron Annenson in his 6th year. 6'1" junior Jacob Heffley out of Germantown, Wisconsin. It is 6' junior Jacob Stoltz from Kewaskum and Kettle Moraine Lutheran. 6'5", 6'3", pardon me, junior Grayson Getz from Aurora, Illinois. You have 6'6" junior Ryan Breckel from Chilton, Wisconsin, and 6'5" junior A.J. Voss from Lombard, Illinois. For UW Stevens Point here today, it'll be 6'2" senior Zach Moots from Merrill. You have 6' junior Jake Buchanan from Kimberly. Also in the starting lineup here today is going to be 6' junior Ryan Peterson from Waters Meet, Michigan at Northland Pines High School. You have 6' junior Ryan Genrick from Mukwonago and 6'5" sophomore Brennan Tim from West Bend West. So a pretty small lineup for Stevens Point.
And interestingly enough, all holdovers from last year's team.
Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, going small.
Yep, going with Ryan instead of Josiah. Not a huge surprise, I guess. But I guess a little bit of a surprise to me anyway.
We'll be good off the bench, right?
There you go. All right, let's get it going. Wisconsin Lutheran, the Warriors in their green uniforms, Pointers in the home whites to start it off here today.
Either team big, Sky.
No,
maybe it's matching size. I don't know. But
all right,
see how it
what
goes.
happens.
Yep.
Brennan Tim will jump center against the 6'6" Ryan Breckel. And we'll get this one underway. Joe Thiessen to toss it up, and the tip controlled by the Warriors. They will bring it into the front court. Stoltz over to the right side. Heffley back out on top. With it off the high screen right down the lane, and the first two of the game. Oh boy, here we go. Gets with a layup.
And they're going to go full court pressure.
Inbound to Peterson, back to Jake Buchanan. We saw that from St. Olaf all night long. You can't give that up. Brennan Tim into the lane, kicks it out on the perimeter. Ryan Genrick back to Ryan Peterson, pulls up from 15, rims it off, no, the rebound into the hands of Stoltz. 2-0 Lutheran. Stoltz to the top of the circle, gets into the lane, almost had it tied up. Tosses out on the perimeter, with it is Breckel. Breckel back to Stoltz, trying to get by Genrick, runs it into the lane, a little contact, shoot from the corner, no. Moots in to fly for the rebound off the Boss miss. Zach down to the other end, kicks to the corner, out to Brennan, up on top to Buchanan, left corner, it'll go there. Genrick. And now we'll slow it down a little bit. 2-0. Buchanan into the lane, out on the perimeter to Brennan, gets inside and missed the bunny. And the Pointers come back 0 for 2.
Yeah, 2 good looks to start, missed them both.
Front court with the dribble, Getz. Trying to go down the right side of the lane, goes back to the middle, short jumper won't go, tipped out of bounds. actually going to be out of bounds. Breckel actually stepped out of bounds, or he would have had a nice save.
But he threw it off Genrich, but he was already out of bounds.
Yep. So Moots will inbound and does so to Brennan Tim.
Yep, they're challenging that first pass and falling back more passive.
Buchanan front court. Pointers still scoreless. Jake over to the right wing, guarded up by Getz. Around it'll go, left side Moots out to Tim. Gets a step into the lane, pulls up, doesn't take that short jumper. Out to Zach, his three is good.
Well, he's been on a hot streak for several games now. Good. Hits his first three.
Pointers with the lead at 3-2, early going here, to say the least. Congrats to our women. Nice 68-42 win over Lakeland earlier today. Gets with it out at the top of the circle. Lobs to the right corner. They'll load it up. Stoltz, and he'll knock it down.
Yeah, Genrich got caught too deep on the help. Couldn't get back to the shooter.
5-3 your score. Stevens Point trails. Zach into the front court. Right side Buchanan. Off to Ryan Peterson. Man-to-man defense. Zach into the lane. Comes to a stop. Gets it to Buchanan. Nice pass underneath. Genrich reverse layup. Good.
Good look by Buchanan. Genrich on the cut.
We're tied at 5. Stoltz over to Getz. Free throw line extended off to Voss. Kick it out on top to Heffley. Heffley against Buchanan. Takes him into the lane. Comes to a stop over to the right baseline. Voss tried to go inside, and a foul is going to be whistled.
We got a hold inside. Again,
go on Brennan Tim.
We're in one of those spots on our bench here that we oftentimes get blocked out.
Into the game will come Landon Van Kelster, the 6'6 freshman out of Freedom.
Mr. Instant Offense lately.
Yes, sir. 17:04 to go in the opening half. Stoltz inbounds. Heffley from the corner. Buried it.
Yeah, they had a high pick, and Jake followed him all the way to the corner. That was a catch and shoot.
8-5. Lutheran goes back on top. Front court Buchanan. Work a dribble for the Pointers, sends it over to Van Kelster. Landon took one bounce and picked up the dribble off. It'll go to Moots to the free throw line. Looks for some help, needs it, finds Genrich, left side Buchanan. Jake into the lane, down the lane to the corner. Peterson open triple.
Got it. Good to see him getting rolling. Shot was a little off early in this season, but he's, as we know, a capable shooter.
8 apiece, front court. Voss sends it up, top of the circle. Breckel with it. Breckel trying to get by Van Kelster. Takes it into the lane, scoring the layup. No. Got his own rebound, puts it up. No. Foul.
So they got it on. Just unable. That's that small lineup struggling with rebounds.
They don't dominate on the glass like our Pointer women do.
No. Yeah, the Pointer women almost 19 advantage, and we're going to go stronger right now.
Josiah Gilly will come in a moment.
I think we went with the players we did to start here, Scotty, to set a tone defensively.
Breckel will get 2 free ones coming up. First on the way is good. Nothing but net. Second one coming. 61. Gilly in for Van Kelster.
61% free throw shooters.
Hilltop Pub and Grill for lunch or dinner. The Hilltop that's there for you. Dine in, carry out, or delivery. Open daily at 11. Free throws number 2 in the air and rims out. Moots saves the rebound barely. Back to Ryan Peterson.
I guess it's better to see 3 guys fighting over a rebound than nobody going to get it, right?
Agreed. Zach into the front court. Pointers trail by 1. 9-8 score. Moots into the lane. Kicks it out. Open. Genrich. 3. No. Rebound. Gilly the last to touch. Couldn't hang on to it. 15:51 to go, and I believe this will be a media timeout. 9-8. Wisconsin Lutheran leads it. 15:51 to go. We'll take the 30 and come right back. UW Stevens Point men's basketball on WPCN.
Once you realize that you're standing inside of a giant beer barrel, you'll know that this isn't just another restaurant. Now go on, open the door.
And come on into the Hilltop Pub and Grill. Grab a hot off the grill burger with dozens of topping options. Steaks that always satisfy, or go for the fish fry. Now you don't have to wait till Friday, it's served every day. The Hilltop Pub and Grill has 19 beers on tap, including 13 Wisconsin brews and a menu loaded with flavor. The Hilltop Pub and Grill, just west of I-39 and Highway 10 interchange in Stevens Point.
13:51 to go in the opening half. Your final score, Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard, showing Stevens Point trailing Wisconsin Lutheran 9-8. Playing your before or after game get-togethers at the final score, second to Maria Stevens Point.
Well, both teams 3 of 6 from the floor. Both teams 2 out of 3 from behind the three-point line. The only difference is 1 of 2 free throw shooting by Wisconsin Lutheran. Hence, they have that 1-point lead.
Yep. All right, let's see what happens here. Here comes out of the huddle, so to speak, the timeout, and comes back out on the floor for UWSP. Genrick, Buchanan, Moots, Gilly, Peterson, same guys that left the floor. In for the Warriors, Ben Lubbers, a 6'6 freshman out of Delafield and Lake Country Lutheran. All right, here you go. Stoltz will bring it into the front court, lobs it across the way to Voss. Left wing, it'll go Heffley. Heffley, Stoltz, top of the circle against Genrick. Right side, Voss kicks left, dribbles to the elbow, gives it to a driving Voss, and he'll lay it in. Forgets, pardon me.
Down the lane and got the 2. Inability to keep offensive players out of the lane.
Don't know why that is. Genrick into the front court. Moots bounces, right baseline, Josiah. Trying to get by his man. Got in, goes reverse and scores it. That was nice.
There's some strength there for Josiah.
11-10, Lutheran. Stoltz front court. He went right by Breckel that time. Josiah did. On the perimeter with it is Lubbers. Lubbers, Breckel. Right side, Heffley. Out on top, they'll find Getz. Getz trying to get by Zach. He does. Got in deep. Stolen away by Ryan Peterson.
Yeah, get by Zach easily. Fortunately, the help came and stole it.
Genrick, front court. Chance to get the lead back for Stevens Point. Buchanan tosses across. Genrick into the lane. Lobs to the corner. Peterson passes it up. Off to Moots. Zach at the elbow. Out to Ryan. Lifts the 3. Left it short. Rebound. Backside into the hands here of Stoltz. Up on front side, Lubbers. And a foul's going to go on Moots.
Zach never did defend that breakout very well. We were back 2 against their 1. And they flared to the sidelines, and we stayed into the lane and never got out as the ball got over half court. That just was not heads-up defense.
Well, we're going to get a couple of new guys in here in a moment. First free throw for Ben Lubbers is good. In will come Miles Coleman and A.J. Mackinnon for Stevens Point.
It was Lubbers' first free throw of the season.
Might as well make it count if it's your first one.
He has yet to miss.
And he is perfect 2 out of 2. So a 3-point lead for Wisconsin Lutheran. Into the game will come 6'7" sophomore Nathaniel Libke. Stevens Point down by 3. Genrick barely got it on the floor to Mackinnon. AJ is going to work it up here against Getz. Crosses the timeline, left-hand pass to Genrick into the corner to Miles. Miles trying to go baseline, got cut off, sends it out all the way over. Mackinnon fakes the 3, kicks it out. Buchanan's triple off the rim, no. Gilly with a rebound. On the left block, takes it up inside, no, but a foul.
Boy, he's such an athlete on the floor, just 6'4". Plays about 6'7" under there.
Libke with the foul, first on the Warriors. Should be a shooting foul. Josiah to the line.
He rose above everybody for that rebound.
The Rock and Roll Cafe opens 7 days a week from 7 to 3 for breakfast and lunch. American and Mexican food dished up in a retro chic setting. The Rock and Roll at Stanley and Minnesota, and the first one bounces off for Josiah.
It was Josiah's first free throw of the year. That's hard to believe.
Hey, then he's 0 for 1.
That's fact.
Let's hope he gets back to 50% here. Gets a second opportunity, the left-hander. West Dallas High School, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Nice addition to the Pointer roster. Made the second. He has 3 points. Pointer's down a pair. 13:57 to go in the opening half. Heffley to the front court. Stopped his dribble high. Gives it off on the wing. Thought that was a travel. Miles almost with a steal.
Well, that went back.
Fall over and back.
Yeah. He took control on this side and took it over. That's over and back.
I agree.
Yep, good call.
Coleman, in essence, with the steal, forcing the turnover.
You know, Miles gets a lot of those steals. He gets a lot of deflections, gets in the passing lanes. He's a good defender. He's a solid player on all accounts.
Yep, and a nice 6'3".
Yep.
It'll come into Jake. Buchanan will bring it up against Heffley into the front court. Pointers are down a pair. Jake on the dribble over to the right corner. Looking at Josiah, works off the Josiah screen, kicks it out. Josiah's going to lift it. 18-footer left it short. That's not his shot.
No, it's not.
Not yet anyway. Gets into the front court. Gets to the free throw lane. Dishes to the perimeter. Out Heffley, triple, in and out, no. Rebound fought for. Miles Coleman with a rebound.
I mean, those are those intangibles that Miles brings to the floor. He just went down and dug that rebound out.
Coleman, top of the circle, works the dribble, into the lane, spin move. He's going to go glass and scores it.
I thought it might have been an and one. He didn't get the call, but that was a little razzle-dazzle, wasn't it?
13 apiece. Heffley brings it up. Breckel with the high screen, trying to get by Mackinnon. Good job of covering up. It'll go here to Trevor Steedy, just in. Down to the baseline, back to Breckel. Picked up the dribble, gets it to Steedy, runs baseline, got inside, kicks perimeter. That's a travel, got away with it, into the lane, a lean in, underneath it'll go, tipped away. Gilly with a rebound.
Well, there's some good defense played by the Pointers.
Tied at 13, Buchanan front court, Genrick. Right side, out high, it'll go to Coleman. Miles holds there. All of a sudden the ball dies here. Coleman over to the right side, Mackinnon works back to the free throw line, dishes out. Miles on the left wing. Working off the baseline, backing his way in, turnaround jumper, left it short. Trying to go one-on-one against Steedy. Quickly it comes up opposite way, gets into the left corner against Genrick. Trying to go inside, a little arm bar that time by Ryan, got away with it, shot won't go, foul.
That's where Ryan struggles. It's not strong enough interior defense.
Genrick with his fourth already on the Pointers, however.
Giving up a bit of size there, too, on that play.
Lear's Jewelers, providing custom design jewelry and free custom design consultations, as well as jewelry repair where dreams are made. Good luck, Pointers, from Lear's Jewelers.
Getz has some length, guys, 6'3", so he certainly had that advantage.
Missed the free throw. You're going to get Moots back in. You're going to get Brennan Tim back into the game for Gilly and for Buchanan right now. That'll send AJ to the point. Tied at 13. Gets with a chance to untie the game on the second, and he does. He has 5 early points. Averages 11.5. Into the game here for the Warriors.
They have 4 guys.
Simeon Strauss.
4 guys in double figures. He's one of them.
Boots inbounds it to Coleman. Miles says, clear it out, I'll bring it up. Starts it up the floor. Also in is Austin Wagner, another freshman for the Warriors. Coleman to the arc. Takes it to the line. Out to Boots on the baseline. Double team. Out on top, it'll go to Genrick. Over to AJ. Mackinnon drives it into the lane. Got pushed. Dishes off to a cutting Tim. Can't hit it, but a foul.
Well, good job of following and cutting by Brennan. Made himself available. AJ will find you if you're open.
Wagner with the foul. Second on the team, his first. Shooting foul for Brennan Tim.
Brian's got a good stroke.
Van Kalster getting set to come back for Brennan Tim, I do believe. First free throw, not good.
I had to jinx him, didn't I? 9 of 9 up until then. He does have a good stroke, the left-hander.
Actually, Van Kalster in for Genrick here.
Go a little bigger.
Brennan having a little struggle here in the last game or two.
Yeah.
Second free throw.
Missed that one.
Not going to go either.
Boy. Ouch.
Up comes Stoltz. Down by 1. Missed opportunity. Stoltz sends it up on top. Wagner with it. Wagner goes left. On the dribble over there. Back to Wagner in the corner. Guarded up by Van Kalster. Out to Stoltz. A long 3. No. Rebound Breckel. Popped free. Picked up underneath. Still loose. Breckel goes up, blocked away, picked up by Mackinnon. He'll push across the timeline off to Zach. Left wing, layup good.
Well, good job of running the floor. And a beautiful assist by Mackinnon.
Pointers go up one, Stoltz stops. Out it'll go to Steedy over to the left side. On the dribble into the lane this time is Strauss. Strauss backs over to Stoltz. Into the right corner, Steedy drives into the lane against Zach. Kicks it out on the perimeter. Fake the three, pulls up from 17 and hit it. Nice
Good
shot that time by
move.
Wagner.
Yep. Showed the ball fake.
15, Warriors.
Showed the ball fake from the three and stepped to 17 feet.
Coleman to the front court for Stevens Point. Into the lane, down the lane, Miles.
Wanted to foul it,
it over. Up it'll come with Stoltz. Stoltz front court, free throw line, stolen away by Miles, couldn't control it out of bounds. Back to Lutheran. Sneaked in on the backside and tipped it away.
That was close to being a breakaway for the Pointers.
Heffley and Getz back in here for Wisconsin Lutheran. 10:14 to go in the opening half. Lutheran up by 1, 16-15. Jacob Stoltz up the Breckel screen high.
Double screen.
Works down left into the corner. It'll go there. Getz drives inside, a reaching foul on Van Kalski.
Yeah, he wanted to help, and it was, but he kind of swatted from down, up, down, and they'll call that every time.
Yep, that's going to be 2 on Landon. So
that's just an easy call for the official.
it's going to be it for him for the half, I'm assuming.
I would think that's a fact.
So a 1-point deficit, and Lutheran gets the ball back inbound to Getz. Against Zach, long cross court, baseline, pull up jumper, rattles around and drops in for Wagner. Miles went for the Matador defense and didn't get it.
Wagner 6'6" and long.
15. Wisconsin Lutheran. AJ into the front court. Boots dribbling against Breckel. Big mismatch size-wise there. AJ on the perimeter, gets into the lane. Fadeaway jumper, Mackinnon off the rim. No, Breckel with a rebound. Got a good shot, didn't knock it down. Heffley all alone underneath. Easy lay-in. Nobody found Wagner. He's got 6, and you're down by 5.
That's just bad transition defense.
Don't know how you lose a guy, but you certainly did. Here comes the double team in the high corner.
Pointers
wanted
a timeout. Now they let it go.
Buchanan wants a triple off the rim. Tipped up by Brennan. No. Tried to save it, does back to Moots, double clutches, goes up, foul call.
Get to the line. Boy, that last transition, you let a guy run all the way behind you.
Not a good thing.
No.
20-15, I think the biggest lead of the game at 5 right now.
Yeah.
Moots will be at the line here. Monk's Bar and Grill. Great for sports fans, families, large team gatherings. They're open at 11 a.m. daily. Out at Crossroads Commons in Plover.
Once again, Lutheran 7 of 12 from the field. That's 58%. Just cannot hold teams under that 50% mark.
Zach makes 1 out of 2, and now we're not able to shoot free throws either.
We missed
2 out of 6.
We missed enough to be tied, right?
Stoltz down to the baseline, cut off by AJ. Heffley with a triple, that's offline. Rebound Ryan Peterson, who is back into the game. Moots into the front court, working off the left side dribble. Brennan Tim, right corner. Moves it back for Jake. Buchanan 0 for 2 from 3 range. Takes it into the lane, down the lane. Nice pass underneath. Moots couldn't handle it.
I hope defense
Just
got
simply dropped it. Up it'll come. Wagner on the left side. Kicks it out. Getz. Stoltz. Looks. Goes right corner. Heffley. Heffley long cross court. Getz in the corner. Gets a step on Tim. Then stolen away by Zach Moots. Outlet will go to Buchanan. Spins by his guy. Goes to the rack. Scores it.
That was nifty. Good play by Zach Moots to get the ball thrown ahead.
And quickly to the other end. Gatz attacks into the lane, and Banks went down.
And they're going to call
they're going to call an offensive foul.
Yep. It was there.
Those are the kind I always want to see his speed. I didn't know if Ryan was outside the moon or not there.
He was definitely there in plenty of time, but again, we get blocked off frequently with this vantage point.
All right.
Disadvantage point, maybe.
It might be that. Media timeout, 7:56 to go in the half. The Pointers down by 2. Back in 30 seconds. UW Stevens Point basketball on WPCN.
At home, Mescal Stevens Point, every day is a special day. The margarita's best in town. On Tuesday and Thursday, 2 for $1 all day long. Any size and any flavor. And that's when the fun begins. Authentic Mexican food is made mild, but you can have it your way. Mild, medium, or spicy for a kicker. Come see the new restaurant that is located across from the old location next to Highway 10. Open 7 days a week at 11 a.m. They have inside dining, heated patio, or pickup. Come enjoy the inviting atmosphere. El Mezcal, authentic Mexican restaurant. Check out Facebook for more specials.
7:56 to go in the opening half. Wisconsin Lutheran 20. UW Stevens Point 18 at the moment.
Scotty, we came in tonight 42 of 48 from the foul line. We're very disappointed, 2 of 6 to start this game. And we've had good free throw shooters at the line.
Yeah, it's not like we tossed me out there or something. I mean, we've had some good shooters at the line, as you said. Zach 1 out of 2, Josiah 1 out of 2, and Brennan missed a pair.
And Brennan struggled. And he was a perfect 9 for 9 coming into tonight, so
got to get him going. Needs an easy basket inside, maybe to get the lid off. Pointers to inbound. They do so to Ryan Peterson. Back off to Zach. He'll run it up the floor. Right side, Makinen stops at the arc. Crossover dribble down to the corner and brings it back to Jake. Buchanan, guarded there by Wagner. Buchanan thinking about loading it up over him. He'll take the 3 and
you know, you knew he was going to load that up. It's just a matter of when it was going to go. He did a little shake and bake, a little dribble through the legs and set that up.
And that makes it a 1-point Pointer lead. Wagner off the left wing, Breckel on top. Breckel against Tim, goes right by him, but fumbled the ball out of bounds. It would have been an easy one.
Yeah, just lost it on the way through.
That is just bad defense. First of all, you're standing straight up.
Yeah.
You don't have any bend in your knees. You can't move.
That's true. If your knees are locked, you cannot move.
Got to play better D up top. With it is Buchanan working in the lane.
You know, they always talk, Scotty, stance.
Yeah,
stance.
It's important, though.
You know, that's something you hear from the back. Yes, absolutely. Defense is all about stance.
Buchanan working left side. Tosses it out on the perimeter to Peterson. Zach on the wing, plenty of time on the shot clock. Little push-off, got away with it. Wards him off with the arm, goes up and overlaid on a bunny. Missed an absolute bunny.
Did all the hard work and then missed the easy shot.
Left side, Stoltz into the corner, lifting the 3 off the rim, rebound. Buchanan off the miss that time by Lubbers, who's back in. Peterson into the front court. Hands it off to Brennan Tim. Just holds it and finally hands it back to Ryan. Right wing, inside. I thought I heard a whistle. I guess not. It must have been a shoe.
Somebody got a piece of that shot or got a piece of the hand.
Ryan took the shot. I couldn't see the shot, unfortunately.
It's kind of one-on-one. We got a little too one-on-one down in Edgewood.
Breckel back to our cut. Heffley inside, overlaid. Well, a little give, a little take, I guess.
Well, now
each team missed a bunny.
Yeah. He made a great cut to get free and then missed the shot.
Boots working off on the right side. Sends it back over Peterson, left corner area. It'll go to Buchanan. Up the Brennan Tim screen. Can't use it for a shot. Brennan back over. It'll come here. Tipped away. Shot clock 6 now. Buchanan with the ball in hand. Working off the dribble. Lobs it out. AJ at the horn. Rims it off. No. Breckel with a rebound. Well, that was a bad possession.
That sure was.
Stoltz quickly up front. Runs it to the elbow. Into the lane to a cutting Breckel. Easy layup. 22-21. Buchanan bounces it into AJ. Just a little disappointed in the defense. Yeah. AJ weaves his way through traffic, gets it off to Buchanan. Over it'll go to Moots.
I think we got some guys that are getting a little tired out there too, including Zach Moots. He's not moving.
Tim hands it. AJ on the wing. Back out, Zach, thought about a 3. AJ, a deep 3, doesn't take it. Into the lane area. Buchanan, turnaround jumper, got it.
Well, Jake's bailed us out a lot this year early, huh?
he's going to see a lot of defenders coming at him.
Yeah.
Somebody else is going to have to learn to shoot the ball. Up the high screen, Stoltz working left against Mackinnon. Down to the block, turnaround jumper, rims out, no. A.J. high for the rebound.
A.J. stuck in there.
Yes,
I mean, he's given up some size, but he didn't give up the shot.
Mackinnon front court. Into the lane, down the lane. Didn't work it to the shot. Brings it back out, up on top, over to the right wing. It'll go to Buchanan. Jake already with 7 points in the game, working on the dribble, into the lane, down the lane, right-hand layup, in and out, no foul.
Well, as we have seen in earlier games, with the ball in his hand, he is a tough guy to defend.
That one on A.J. Voss out of Lombard, Illinois. Buchanan to the line.
Well, and Jake is 70% this year. He was a 90% free throw shooter last year. He's actually fallen off early.
First one not going to go.
Wow, 2 of 7.
Skyward Incorporated, connecting parents and education. Genrick, Gilly, Coleman in for Stevens Point.
And that's 5 points we've left at the foul line. You're up 1, you'd be up 8.
No excuse. All right, see if Jake can get the lid off the free throw. This one is good.
Something we mentioned during the women's game today as far as shooting goes. Make your layups and your free throws and you're 60% home.
Up on top, Strauss back in for the Warriors. Breckel over to the right side. They'll find Steedy. Steedy inside, the ball tipped away, picked back up, fadeaway jumper.
Wow, that was all one-on-one. That was just a tough shot.
Wagner, I believe, has 8 now.
Well, that weird.
Freshman out of Jackson, Wisconsin, Kettle Moraine Lutheran. Sound familiar?
Yep.
With it is Miles Coleman into the left corner. It'll go to Mackinnon. Josiah on the baseline, trying to take it in against Breckel. Got in deep, goes up. Oh, rolls it off the rim, but he'll go to the line.
They have nobody in the post right now that's strong enough to handle Josiah. I'm sitting here wishing he could finish those, right?
Yeah, well,
I thought you were really wanting an and one on that, but
that's one thing I think as freshmen, maybe that contact he might not get at the high school level throws you off just enough to miss the shot. Only you guess. Josiah's free throw off the mark.
Short-armed it. Wow, 3 of 9. That's horrid.
Well, it's not good.
That's your lead right there. 6 points you've left on the foul line. Ouch.
In the second one, pretty soon we'll be out there teaching shooting from the line, John. Josiah made 1 out of 2. He is 2 out of 4. Pointers regained the lead at 25-24. Front court, on the dribble with it is Getz over the high screen. Tosses across, Strauss. Strauss brings it back, pulls up from 12, and hits it. Well, they're good off the dribble.
They are off the dribble. Most of their last shots have been all off the dribble.
Coleman will bring it up, pointers down 1. 3:14 to go in the opening half. Miles, right wing, gives it up on top, over to Ryan Genrick. Buchanan trying to go against Getz, into the lane, down the lane, to the baseline, tosses out, A.J., 5 seconds. A.J., shake and bake, pull-up jumper, nope. Rebound pulled in there by Strauss. Got you to take a tough shot, a lot of one-on-one again. Getz, crossover dribble, top of the circle, inside Breckel, underlay, got his own put back, and
that's what's not excusable. He misses, and you didn't box him out after the miss. That was
28-25.
A pick and roll. Actually, he screened it and ducked.
Toss it on the floor. Miles Coleman, 2-on-1 at the break. Takes it into the lane, down the lane, off to Josiah. Bodied up by Breckel. Shot not available. Tipped away. Josiah got it back. Got out of trouble. Now needs help. Finds it there to Genrick. Back to Buchanan. Boy, he got in deep and got no shot. Jake down the lane, up inside, scores it.
Oh, the big guy snuffed him out, or so you thought. Good body control.
28-27.
But we've got to have somebody other than Jake Buchanan scoring.
Got to find him somewhere. Is he on the bench? I don't know. In deep, Getz left side. Holds it there against Mackinnon. Big size advantage. Getz trying to back him down. A.J. trying to hold his ground. Turnaround jumper short. Now they're going to call a foul on A.J.
Well,
that'll be a shooting foul.
Well, give them credit. They're working that mismatch. 6'3" versus 6 foot, and it looks more than that as they stand next to each other in the foul line.
Free throw, rims out for Getz.
They are 4 of 7.
Final score, Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard showing the Pointers down 1 at the moment. Enjoy a sandwich, your favorite libation at the final score. Second at Maria Stevens Point makes 1 out of the 2. Gives him 6 points. Heffley back in. To the bench goes Steedy. Pointers are down a pair with 1:49 to go in the half. Coleman will be the inbounder and does so to Jake Buchanan. They'll close out the half and get a lead here.
Yep, that'd be nice.
Jake into the front court. How about a screen once in a while? AJ back over to Buchanan. Jake on the dribble into the lane. Kicks it out. Miles thought about a 3. Doesn't take it. Down to 10 on the shot clock now. Coleman between the legs with the dribble. Jump shot, no. Rebound, baseline. Genrich kicks it out to Makinen. AJ runs it in the lane. Off to Josiah. Blocked at the rim. Goes back up. No foul.
Might have been a break because Josiah's got the ball back. Was going to get an easy 2. So I was going to have to earn him from the foul line.
Reckel
His second. 17 fouls now on the Warriors, 6 on the Pointers. Both teams will finish us 116 shooting.
Josiah will go back to the line. This is a shooting foul, correct?
It's automatic too.
I got to make them though.
Yep.
Freshman's first is good. Woods comes back for Miles Coleman. Pointers down 1. Josiah a chance to tie it up with 1:16 to go in the half. Pointers' next game will be Saturday afternoon in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
It's Kelvin.
Yep. Second free throw. Pointers have tied it up.
Oh, can we get a stop here?
29 apiece. Getz will bring it into the front court. Junior out of Aurora, Illinois. They'll lob it in deep to the floor. That's got to be offensive.
Yep. Genrich set up for it. It came from the weak side to help.
They had a nice play set up.
Yep, Josiah was on the overplay, and I was a little worried about if they weren't going to slip that, which is what they did. They slipped that ball screen, and fortunately Genrich read it and got there in time.
So good job by Ryan, and he was outside the moon or the arc in the lane. You have to be outside that to draw an offensive foul.
That you do.
29 apiece, 1:04 to go in the half. Inbound will come on the floor to Josiah Gilly, back into the hands of Zach Moots. Zach, front court, right wing. Takes it into the lane, comes to a stop, looks for a cutter, finds Makinen, slides in and scores.
Nice job of cutting to the basketball. Can we get a stop again?
31-29. Gets on top off the high screen from Lubbers. We're going to get a foul there.
On who? Josiah?
Yep. Gilly will get his.
He likes physicality, Scotty. I mean, he's one of those kids that would body up all day long if he could. And he's learning what he can and can't do at this level.
So Getz with a chance, 1-1 at the line here. Pointers up by a pair at 31-29.
Yep, he's 2 of 4 today in this game, so see what he does.
And he missed that one. Rebound Zach Moots, nice job. They're going to push on ahead to Buchanan. Buchanan works down to the lane, gives it off to Josiah. Goes up and scores!
Wow!
Josiah!
Was that a quick spin move or what, Josiah?
33-29, Pointers 4. If they can get a stop here, maybe, and I do say maybe, get a last-second chance here, depending upon when Lutheran decides to go for a shot. They're going to hold for the final one.
Yep.
Not a bad play. Nope, gets off the high screen right to the basket and lays it in.
You know
I
what?
don't get it.
High ball screen, we both went with the
Three-quarters court fire by Moots won't go. Once again, the high ball screen results in an easy layup for the opposition. Well, you do have a lead at the half. but it is a tight one. It is Stevens Point third. We'll take a 90-second break and come back. UW Stevens Point men's basketball on WPCN.
Hey sports fans, Scott Glinski of Skyward here. From the court to the field, the ice rink to the putting green, on the track and in the classroom, Skyward supports all local and state athletes. Since 1980, our advanced technology solution has been helping school districts improve outcomes, reduce cost, and achieve success for students. Visit us online at skyward.com to learn more and see how school districts across Wisconsin. Best of luck to all local sports teams this season.
It's a trip around the pond for the UW Stevens Point men's basketball team as it plays at Calvin, Michigan. Hear the broadcast at 1:40 on True Oldies, 1 FM, 1010 AM, WPCN, on the internet at 921WPCN.com or on the TuneIn radio app. Sponsored by Skyward Incorporated, connecting parents and education. Monk's Bar and Grill, Wisconsin grown, Wisconsin proud, a proud supporter of UW Stevens Point sports in Crossroads Commons, Plover. El Mezcal Restaurant on Highway 10 East, Stevens Point. Check out El Mezcal on Facebook for all their specials. Lee Ayers Jewelers, providing custom design jewelry and free custom design consultations, as well as jewelry repair where dreams are made. And the Final Score Sports Bar and Grill. Watch your favorite teams enjoy the daily food and drink specials at the Final Score, 2nd and Maria, Stevens Point. That's UW Stevens Point men's basketball Saturday, 1:40 on WPCN. Monk's Bar and Grill, Wisconsin grown, Wisconsin proud. Monk's Bar and Grill is a proud supporter of UW Stevens Point basketball, located at Crossroad Commons, Plover. Halftime, UW Stevens Point men leading Wisconsin Lutheran 33-31. And we'll talk about that in just a little bit. Some good, some not so good in that, well, the most obvious thing to still be concerned about is the inability to defend off that high screen right now. But you know, I don't know, John.
That was a case where the two defenders got so involved with what the screener was going to do. You know, they had the screener on that play had slipped a couple times or ducked into the lane a couple times, and they were both looking at him like, where's he going to go? Because he's the play. Well, he's not the play until you stop the guy with the ball, and the guy give him credit when he saw both defenders really hanging on to the screener. He just turned the corner and went. And the first got into his hedge, meaning you've got to step out above that ball screen and make a block there to the ball handler that says you can't come here. And if the guy ducks or slips or rolls, well, give him that option and defend it. But mission number one is to not let the ball handler come off that screen and go to the basket. And we did not defend that well at all. I mean, it's as simple as that. Is we failed to do the first requirement on defending a ball screen.
Well, we'll see if they get that right. And again, that's part of the defense that they always tell us you have to learn here. But that is kind of simple stuff, John, that just repeat and repeat and repeat. And you know the teams in the WAC are going to run that until you can't stop it.
And you know what, though, Scotty? Every high school in the state runs ball screens and high ball screens. Not all, but most of the good ones do. I mean, these kids have seen ball screens now since they were in 12-year-old AAU basketball. Right? They certainly by now understand the concept. Now, that said, at this level, the screens are bigger, the players are bigger, the ball goes quicker, the ball handlers are faster, stronger. So it's not any ordinary ball screen like you might have saw in high school. I mean, it's a whole nother level, right?
Yeah.
But the principle of defending it doesn't change any, and we just didn't hedge there at all. And that sometimes that's communication, but I know they worked at every day in practice. You know they do. And we just didn't execute.
Yeah, well, and people want to blame coaches and stuff. Players have to execute. The coaches aren't giving you the wrong info. So, halftime score in Oshkosh, Edgewood 30, Oshkosh 29.
No kid. What? no surprise.
They're pretty good.
I tell you, that big guy alone, Streckenthaler, he makes any team he plays on better, considerably better.
Halftime lacrosse, Eagles 39, Ripon 19.
Well,
Lacrosse just might be the team to beat in our league this year.
well, they've got some
everybody.
real senior leadership too. That's an experienced ball club, the Anderson brothers, among others, that have been there for a long time, and they can. So, of course, Coach Ken Nernbach, a fine coach besides. So, I tell you, if the big kid from Neenah can't get on the floor at lacrosse, you know they got something.
Well, Kent, much like Bob and Jack and Dick, you want to be on the floor, you have to learn how to play defense. And so far, J.J. Piter is who we're talking about, hasn't found too much playing time because of the lack of play at the defensive end. He'll learn it, and then watch out, because he's going to be a load.
He may be player of the year in the WIAC before he's done.
Yeah, that's a very strong possibility.
It would not surprise me a bit. He's that talented. I was shocked, quite frankly, that he didn't get some money to play basketball, but I think he was offered and just decided he'd rather be at lacrosse.
Yep.
Nothing
a
wrong
good
with
school.
That. Yep.
Good school, good coach,
Yep.
and right now a good program. Well, how long? We watched this sport for almost the same amount of years, John. Whether we were broadcasting or just going and watching it as fans, and lacrosse has been a sleeping giant technically since Burt McDonald left.
Yeah, you're into the late 70s now.
Boy, Kent has it rolling right now. They're getting a lot of great recruits.
Yep.
It's a wonderful school with a fabulous looking campus. Seems like they get a new academic building of some sort every year. They're building something there every year. And anyway, it's a great opportunity for players. Of course, we want them to come here too.
Well, maybe we can get that young man over here with some NIL, transfer money.
We're going to work on nil money now.
We should have enough money to at least get him a 9-year-old, Volkswagen Jetta, maybe.
Oh, that's a possibility. That is a possibility. I got a bike that he might be able to loan
Schwinn? Trek?
No, it's not. It is a Trek, though.
Oh, well, that might do it.
Wisconsin made, so nothing but the best here.
I think that's what they give at Ohio State football. They all get Treks.
Yeah.
To put in the back of the pickup they buy.
Yeah, that might be, and the RV and whatever else. It's halftime.
Yep.
Warriors do lead it by 2. Let's take a 30-second break. We'll come back. John will have all the stats. UW Stevens Point men's basketball on WPCN.
Auto Select is your dependable auto repair and service destination with qualified technicians you know you can trust. Schedule an appointment or stop in to visit them at one of their 2 Stevens Point locations on Highway 10 East and on Church Street. Whether it's a nail in your tire, noise under the hood, or just an oil change, Auto Select gets you back on the road.
Good luck to the UWSP Pointers this season from Auto Select.
Quality, dependable auto repair and service performed by qualified technicians you can trust.
Hey, Pointers fans, head out to the Final Score Sports Bar and Grill, watch your favorite teams, and enjoy the daily food and drink specials at the Final Score, 2nd and Maria, Stevens Point. 33-31, UW Stevens Point has the lead here. Monk's Bar and Grill, Wisconsin grown, Wisconsin proud. Monk's Bar and Grill, a proud supporter of UW Stevens Point basketball, located at Crossroads Commons in Clover. John Zelmer has all the statistics from that opening half, and if you can make them sound better than the score is, go ahead and do that too.
I'll do my best. For our visitors tonight from Wisconsin Lutheran, the Warriors, they end that first half 12 of 21. That's 57% from the floor. 2 of 7 behind the three-point line, 28%. And they have made 5 of their 9 free throws. They've out-rebounded the Pointers by 2 at 15. 2 of their 15 boards have been on the offensive end. 6 assists to go with 8 turnovers. They've had 2 steals, have yet to get a recorded block shot. For the Pointers in the first half, 12 of 27, that's 44%. 3 of 8 from behind the arc, 37%, and only 6 of 12 from the free throw line. Of course, that's 50%. 4 of our 13 boards were on the offensive end. We have 7 assists to go with only 2 turnovers. You like that pair of stats. 4 steals and also have not been recorded with the block shots. Points off turnover, Stevens Point 9, Wisconsin Lutheran 2. 16 apiece in the paint, second chance points 4-1, Stevens Point. Fast break points 4 points apiece, and off the bench 12 apiece. It's as close as the score would indicate. 33-31. The Pointers have led just 4:48 in this half. Wisconsin Lutheran has led the game for almost 12 and a half minutes. So neither team able to get away, that's for sure. And this one could be another game for the Pointers that go right down to the end.
Wouldn't be surprised there. Scoring, Grayson Getz and Austin Wagner with 8 points right now at the half. Ryan Breckel with 5. 3 apiece for Jacob Heffley and Jacob Stoltz. 2 points for Ben Lovers and 2 for Simeon Strauss. For the Pointers, Jake Cannon leads the way with 10. You have 8 for Josiah Hilly, 6 for Zach Moots, 3 points for Ryan Peterson, 2 apiece for Ryan Genrick, AJ and Miles Colvin. Stevens Point does have the 2-point advantage and will get an opportunity in the second half to see if they can earn win number 4. Of course, one person with foul trouble for point, Landon Van Kelster. He had 2 apiece for Wisconsin Lutheran, Michael and Nathaniel Lubke. Painters do have a 2-point lead right now. And our next broadcast, actually a doubleheader on Saturday. It's a day-night doubleheader, if you will, going back to the baseball terminology. On Saturday afternoon, 2 o'clock our time, 3 o'clock over in Michigan. It'll be UW Stevens Point taking on Calvin. And we'll have that broadcast right around 1:45 on Saturday afternoon. And then A.J. Ligman will have the broadcast of the Spash Boys opener from the Stevens Point Fieldhouse on Saturday night. Encourage all of you to get out there and support the Panthers. Head coach, of course, former Pointer, John Krull. And they tip it off at 7:15 against an always tough Bayport Pirate squad. So that should be a good opener for the Spash Panthers. And we'll have that one on the air for you on Saturday as well. So hopefully you can listen in right here on 92.1 FM and 1010 AM WPCN. Better yet, if you can get over to the Fieldhouse, take your little Walkman radio if you still have one of those, or you can listen off your phone as well and watch and listen to the game in person. It is halftime. The Pointers have a 2-point lead. We'll take a 1-minute break, come back and get ready for half number 2. UW Stevens Point men's basketball on WPCN.
Once you realize that you're standing inside of a giant beer barrel, you'll know that this isn't just another restaurant. Now go on, open the door.
And come on into the Hilltop Pub and Grill. Grab a hot off the grill burger with dozens of topping options. Steaks that always satisfy, or go for the fish fry. Now you don't have to wait till Friday, it's served every day. The Hilltop Pub and Grill has 19 beers on tap, including 13 Wisconsin brews and a menu loaded with flavor. The Hilltop Pub and Grill, just west of I-39 and Highway 10 interchange in Stevens Point.
Are you ready to own your own home? Then Paper City Savings is a place to go. We provide the convenience of applying in person or online, and our friendly home loan professionals will help you every step of the way. If owning a home is in your future, contact Paper City Savings today. Locations in Plover, Wisconsin Rapids, and Nakusa. Paper City Savings, a proud sponsor of area sports, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Monk's Bar and Grill, celebrating 75 years of food and fun. Monk's Bar and Grill is a proud supporter of UW Stevens Point basketball, located at Crossroad Commons, Plover.
All right, back at one. The Pointers do have a 33-31 lead here at the half. All right, John, what's going to happen?
Well, matchups are going to be interesting, and the one guy I'm sitting here just kind of thinking about is Brennan Tim, who was a good scorer for us early in the season, and his body language just seems even a little off to me. I'm not sure, what it is, but he's one of those guys that needs to turn this half around and just be maybe a little bit more aggressive. Get some fouls going and bang around a little bit and get yourself rolling. We really need Brennan Tim's offense to help us out. It's just going to have to be solid, right? And see if we can take away. And I'm sure they're going to work on talked about defending that high ball screen. Other than that, who's going to be the most solid team? And it's anybody's game.
I agree with the body language from Brennan. It looks like he's defeated or something like that. I mean, like, oh, I got to go against that guy now. He just looks very much lacking in confidence at the moment.
And uncertain. He's just kind of floating a little bit the last two games. And he's a great player. And he had a great start of the season. We know he's got a great stroke. He missed those 2 free throws. So, we talked about focus in the women's game coming out at halftime. So that, again, is the key word maybe, is just focus. We're going to go short with our starting 5.
Yep, same starting 5 that began the game for both teams, I might add. Ryan Genrich into the left corner. It'll go to Buchanan. Pointers with the basketball to start. Leading by 2. Genrich to Tim. Back it'll go to Jake. Shot clock 12. Jake into the lane. Kicks to the corner. Moots lifts. Shot off the mark. Rebound to the corner to Voss. Well, he got a good open look. Didn't knock it down. Front court, Stoltz. He'll give it off to Getz on the right wing. Into the low post, it'll go there. Voss with it. Voss double team down deep, but he finds Breckles going down the lane, and he'll score.
And that's Brennan. He just let him cut without any challenge at all.
Here comes Buchanan. Stevens Point all tied up now. 19:07 to go. Zach got a little push. Back over, it'll come to Buchanan. Drops it into Brennan Tim. Low post, Moots against Stoltz. Had it tipped away. Brennan picked it up, had it blocked underneath. 2 guys getting tied up underneath. Stoltz back to the other end, cut off by Zach. Goes up, foul. What a bad start again. Brennan Tim just got stuffed under the basket.
Well, and he didn't fight above that cutter on the last play. We had a double on the ball, and he just let the guy cut right in front of him to the block. You've got to fight him for that spot.
So the foul on. Zach Moots his second. Stoltz misses the first free throw.
Not helping themselves particularly either from the foul line. They're now 50% at 5 of 10.
Pipper City Savings, proud supporter of our community. Locations, Plover, Wisconsin Rapids, and Nakusa. And the Warriors regain the lead at 34-33.
I don't think that we can go too long without Josiah in the post, Scotty.
Yeah, I agree. He had I kind of expected Ryan Peterson having trouble bringing the ball up. Buchanan pass into the front court.
That's 5-10.
And he didn't get it into the front court. Goodness gracious. I agree. Josiah had such a good first half. I thought he'd start the second half, to be honest with you.
I did too. And I'd rather see Miles out there against this pressure.
It'll come inbound. Wisconsin Lutheran down 1. Getz in deep. Stoltz against Genrich. Circles back, goes up, tosses it up, in and out, no. Tipped up, no. Rebound, Moots. Triple team, turns it over. Back down the lane, shot banked in, and a foul.
Yep.
Well, you got the rebound and didn't get it cleared out. They triple teamed you off the rebound. They're pressuring the rebound initially, John, now. And they turned you over twice.
They don't have respect for some of the guards on the floor.
That'll bring in Mackinnon. Now you're down 3. Zach is going to come out of the ball game with his 3rd foul.
I know the fans didn't like that exchange. I thought they stripped Zach pretty clean.
Well, just never realized that there were going to be guys there, my opinion. Voss second free throw off the made basket, and we don't get the rebound. somehow do get it back. We being Stevens Point on ahead. It'll go to Genrich in the left corner. Got a break there. And a bad pass, stolen back.
How do you not see that,
Voss
fellas?
stops, gives it to Breckel. Wow.
They have a late defender running down, and we simply threw it to him.
It'll come back out high to Getz. This is ugly now all of a sudden off the high screen. Gets all the way to the rack, overlays. Buchanan rebound. Down by 3 somehow only.
Yeah, 5-0.
It's an ugly start. Jake.
That's a
foul.
Yeah.
Finally a whistle. That'll go on Stoltz with a hip check. 40, you could almost call it, if you know hockey terminology. First foul on the Warriors here in the second half.
I know if we're going with experience, Scotty's on the floor, but
well, the question is, do you want to win the game or not?
Well, I agree.
Long inbound to the backcourt to Ryan Peterson. Into the front court, pulls up with the jumper and nails it. Maybe that'll get the lid off for him. 36-35, Wisconsin Lutheran. Stoltz leaves it back, gets right side Voss for a triple, count it. Nobody near him. 39-35, down by 4, having trouble getting the ball on the floor. Now they'll drop back, as John pointed out earlier in the ball game. Pressure that first pass, and then they drop back. AJ, front court, into the lane. Pulls up, kick out. Genrich wants 3. Nope. Rebound tipped away and out of bounds. Back it'll go to the Warriors.
Oh, that was a good look, good kick out.
Yep. Auto Select, quality, dependable auto repair and service. Performed by qualified technicians you can trust. Auto Select. Stoltz front court. Tosses over Breckel. To a cutter, bad pass, stolen away, Genrich. Genrich into the circle, off to Jake, down to the block, bad pass, stolen away, and then thankfully a bad outlet, and Stevens Point will get the ball right back.
Well, thank you very much. We're trying to play a little too fast here, Scotty. We're down 4, but you can't make up 4 in a single possession.
Very often inbound off the, not very often at all. They get it on the floor to Buchanan. Genrich, right side, Mackinnon. Back to Jake, shot clock 9. Trying to do it on his own again, down the lane, off the glass, no. Rebound tipped around, coming out of there, Buchanan.
Oh, I threw it away.
And he got caught in the air, nowhere to go. Over to Voss, kicking violation underneath.
Wow.
This is ugly.
Yeah, not good basketball right now.
You played well on the road, John, and your home games, you're looking pretty bad.
Well, keep in mind the guys that were out there to start, I hate to say this, but they struggled to win games last year.
Van Kelster back into the ball game. It'll go into the corner, won't take the shot. Heffley gets it back now, takes it into the lane.
What are they going to call?
And they're going to call a foul on Van Kelster.
Wow, he's been on the floor 2.5 minutes and got his 3rd foul.
I don't think he's been there that long.
Those are just huge calls because he's such an offensive player and he hasn't had any chance to impact the game. Ouch.
Well, if he doesn't reach out there, he doesn't get that foul, but I didn't think he fouled, so
I didn't.
Anyway, Heffley, Breckel, Josiah on him, trying to get by Josiah, poked away, but picked up in the corner by Heffley. Back to Stoltz, shot clock 10 for Wisconsin Lutheran, leading by 4. Into the lane, falling over, Stoltz traveling. Oh, they called a foul. He couldn't hold his pivot foot, and now they're going to call a foul. I thought for sure that was a traveling violation. They're going to call the foul. And so that will be the second on A.J. Mackinnon, and we get the immediate timeout. 15:56 to go, a lot of time, but it's ugly right now. Pointers trail by 4. Back in 30 seconds. UW Stevens Point men's basketball on WPCN.
Eat like a rock star at the Rock and Roll Cafe. They have something for all ages. Seniors enjoy a special menu including salads, pasta, and sandwiches, all at a reasonable price. For the little Rock and Roll Cafe stars, get a free drink and ice cream for breakfast and lunch. Bring your taste buds for a firecracker burger, a quarter-pound beef with pepper jack cheese, lettuce, and tomato with a garnish of crispy corn tortilla strips and jalapeno ranch. Rock and Roll Cafe, located at 2801 Stanley Street, where you're always treated like a rock star. Open daily 7 to 3.
56 to go in the ball game, and Stevens Point trailing by 4 to Wisconsin Lutheran. Pointers outscored so far here 8-2.
Well, biggest stat on the page, 2.5 minutes, 2 minutes 31 seconds. Landon Van Kelster, 3 fouls. He's arguably our best shooter on the floor, and he hasn't been on the floor. 3 really ticky-tack calls. Welcome to college basketball, Landon.
Yeah, that last one I would have swore was going to be traveling.
Well, it was traveling. They definitely bailed them out on that. But they don't all go your way, right? Boy, those two did not.
That's 4 team fouls already on Point.
Yeah.
1 on Wisconsin Lutheran. Heffley inbounds it. On the baseline, left side, Getz backing in against Genrich. Bangs him, turnaround jumper, scores.
Yeah, it's just a mismatch, and they're going to it every chance they get.
Inbound, it'll come to Ryan Genrich now. You're down by 6 points. Ryan into the front court, stops at the top of the circle. Looks and goes to Gilly, into the hands of Buchanan, back outside. Pointers, Miles Coleman back in the game. A lot of hesitation here, a lot of perimeter passing, nothing toward the basket. Now AJ drives deep, kicks to the corner. Out around, it'll go to Buchanan. Can't free up, fadeaway jumper, rims off, no, rebound.
Yeah.
Pulled in here by Wagner.
Getting beat right now. See if we change that assignment here.
Stoltz, baseline jumper, scores it.
Hit him from behind as well. Boy.
Well,
that's that struggle defensively.
Here we go again. 43-35 might be the biggest lead of the game at 8. Hand off to AJ on the wing. Takes the dribble back to the top of the circle. Bounces it off to Josiah against Breckel. Left block, trying to back his way in. Double team comes, turnaround jumper, in and out, no. Rebound Stoltz, we're 1 and done.
Yeah. And not looking very good at that.
No. It's all one-on-one basketball right now. Stoltz will slow things down, sends it across the way. Off on the wing, it'll go to Heffley. Heffley back up Breckel. Shot clock 10 for Wisconsin Lutheran. Wagner with it. Drives it down deep, kicks to the corner. Back to Breckel, send it left. Heffley, catch, shoot, 3, rims out. Deep corner rebound, Stevens Point. Genrich will bring it up along the left side. Ryan trying to work off the dribble. Down to the baseline to a cutting Buchanan. Got in deep. Kicks to the corner. Miles Coleman saves it from going out of bounds. Miles works back to the middle of the floor. Kicks it out. Genrich. Shot clock 8. Buchanan. They're looking for Jake to bail him out again. 3 balls going to rim off. Rebound inside. Wisconsin Lutheran.
Well, we're going to need a timeout to regroup.
Yeah, we've got to get a better offense set in there.
Nothing going offensively.
Gets with it. Gets off the screen, works right, down to the block, up off the glass, scores it again. It's a 10-point ball game.
You can't guard him. He's just not big enough.
Here comes A.J. Mackinnon to the other end. Josiah rejected that time by Breckel. It's a 10-point deficit, and the Warriors have the ball back.
Well, if they don't go to Getz, I'll be surprised.
Getz working with the dribble himself, bounces inside Breckel, lays it up, no, but a foul.
All right. Not at all the way you want it to come out of the locker room.
Well, I'd say not. The group that you left the floor with in the first half did not come back out to start the second half. Right. They had actually got something going.
Yep, I thought the same.
Foul on Josiah, his second. Breckel will get 2 here. It's a 10-point lead for Wisconsin Lutheran.
Well,
At 11.
can I say I'm surprised by this necessarily? No. Because this team is so unpredictable.
Well, you got that part right.
You know, what's interesting here is
unpredictably
Genrick
bad.
has been unable to guard the bigger gets, and yet we left him on the floor.
Breckel to try to make it a 12-point ball game, and he does.
Boy, all the momentum right now, you can just tell the confidence level for Wisconsin.
Well, the only
Lutheran is
guy
through
that
the roof.
wants to shoot the ball for Stevens Point is Jake. They look for him every time down the floor to get the ball in his hands to score. There's a foul. A.J. Makinen, foul on Strauss.
Team foul number 2.
Van Kelster is back in there. You almost had to.
Yeah, you had to get some offense. We have scored 2 points, Scotty, in what it is at 7 minutes.
Yeah. Just a sad beginning to the second half.
Yeah.
Boots trying to inbound, struggling, gets it on the floor to Buchanan. He'll work it against Getz. 14 on the shot clock. A.J. Makinen. A.J. down the lane, stops, dishes to the corner, Moots for a triple, got one.
Well, that was
shot.
needed.
Big shot there, 47-38. Can you get a little momentum turned with that shot? Get the crowd going a little bit, get something going here defensively. This group has not played very good defense. Well, front court Getz. He's got Moots on him this time. Works off on the right wing to Wagner. And they throw it away into the backcourt. That'll be an over and back call. Point will get an opportunity now.
Or get a 3 here, and you're down to within 6.
I'll take even a 2, but get a shot.
Get anything. Get a good look.
El Mezcal Restaurant out on Highway 10 East, Stevens Point. Check out El Mezcal's Facebook specials. El Mezcal, Stevens Point. Zach looking to inbound. Bounces it to A.J. into the right corner. Trying to go baseline, goes inside and got the lay-in.
Well,
tough shot by A.J.
That's 5 unanswered right there. That's a start.
47-40. Pointers down 7. Wagner, right corner area, Steedy, and Wisconsin Lutheran going to take the time.
Good timeout.
Yeah, I'd say.
Coach Antonsen could feel that momentum starting to slide.
This will be a 1-minute timeout. We're going to stay here with this one. 11:59 remaining in the ball game. Wisconsin Lutheran up 47-40 at the moment, and we'll have the basketball. Pointers men will open conference play with 2 road games next week at Menominee against Stout on Wednesday, and then the lovely trip down to Platteville on Saturday of next week. And we would certainly like to be playing good basketball on those 2, John.
Well, it doesn't get any easier, does it, as you jump into the WIAC. This is, one of the words we talked about early in this season, Scotty, was patience. And maybe I lost mine a little bit there in that run by Wisconsin Lutheran. But we're a young team trying to figure things out, how to play together. Not all the pieces are here yet. We've got some injuries, still other people working their way into the program. So we'll get better. And see if we can't get better in this one. There's 12 minutes to go. Of course, that's a ton of basketball time. You're only down 7. 3 possessions, your ball right now. So see if we can get one at the end. Tell you what, it's been an exciting season.
Well, it's been up and down, that's for sure. All right, point comes back with Buchanan, Genrick, Van Kelster, Moots, Makinen. See if they can, first of all, play some defense. Stoltz gets the inbound. Warriors have been good here today for a 2-2 team. Gets into the lane, kicks it out Heffley on the left side. Back on top, Stoltz trying to get by Makinen to the free throw line. Underneath, somebody lost Breckel for a layup.
Van Kelster was helped too soon. Freshman mistake.
49-40. Down by 9, Stevens Point. Buchanan front court, sends it over to Genrick. Ryan to the free throw line and lost it, got it back out to AJ in the corner. Van Kelster at the top of the circle off the Buchanan screen. Wanted to give it back to him. Backdoor cut. Moots inside layup. Good.
Boy, he almost lost that. He got the handle at the last minute. He wasn't going to shoot a reverse layup. He needed another step to get the ball.
49-42, back within 7. Gets off to Stoltz. Left corner Heffley, inside Breckel. Double team comes. Tried to go underneath, tipped away and out of bounds.
Well, I tell you, Wisconsin Lutheran's done a good job finding open people. They're running their offense great. And they're doing a lot of slip screens, and they're finding the cutters.
Well, let's see if they can score off the inbound pass. Everybody else is. Baseline didn't take the shot. Heffley gets it back. Breckel lays it in. Offensive foul.
I wasn't sure he was going to call it, but it was the right call.
Breckel with, I believe, his 3rd.
Yep.
So discount the field goal. All right, point will inbound.
Hopefully.
Chance here.
Yep.
If you will. To get a little bit closer. Still a lot of time in the game.
Oh, goodness.
My gosh.
Yeah, just a bad beginning of the second half.
Moots looking. Timeout. Has to call a timeout. Couldn't get the ball on the floor. People are not making very good cuts, I don't think. 10:52 to go. Point has to take a timeout to get the ball on the floor. This will be a full timeout. Let's take a 30, and we will come back. Pointers trail 49-42. UW Stevens Point basketball on WPCN.
Well, the big thaw underway for the Lakes and for Wisconsin. Our temperatures by Thanksgiving up to 40 degrees and above average for a change. Been a cold stretch of weather for us. We're at 17 overnight. Some light snows to our north. Partly cloudy Wednesday, high 37. Warmer weather on Thursday, cloudy and 40. And then temperatures Friday with sunshine in the upper 30s. Saturday, mostly sunny, a high of 45. Sunday, cloudy and a high of 38. For 92.1 and 1010 AM WPCN, I'm meteorologist Scott Larrymore from the Weather Channel.
The Final Score Sports Bar and Grill, where you can enjoy a sandwich and your favorite libation at the Final Score, where Long Island Saturdays turn into bloody Sundays at 2nd and Maria, Stevens Point.
Well, 10:52 to go in the ball game. Stevens Point hanging around, trying to catch back up after falling behind by a dozen to Wisconsin Lutheran. They have pulled back within 7 at the moment.
Wisconsin Lutheran, who started this half, Scotty, 7 of 10, that's 70%. They are now 19 of 31, 61%. I know if you listen to us regularly, it's a broken record, but we just cannot impact another team's shooting percentage. I mean, 61%, and you're only down 7.
Well, you're getting layups, and then you're getting wide open looks when you do get a perimeter shot.
Yep,
so.
you're fortunate to be down 7.
Yeah, in many ways. Going to try to inbound it again. Moots trying to trigger, still looking, finally gets it into the corner.
Wow, it shouldn't be that hard. Now we're stuck in the corner.
Wow. I don't know what it is. Run a screen or something. Get somebody open off an inbound pass.
They're just denying. Exactly. I mean, screen and cut.
Still trying to figure out where they're going to inbound it now. All right, here you go. Ball in hand. This time it comes on the floor to Van Kelster. Pinned down on the sideline, looking for some help. Turns the ball over. Fortunate. Pops back to Moots. Zach into the front court. Into the lane. That was a foul. Didn't call it. Poked it away by Stoltz. Looked like a reach to me. Stoltz back to the other end. Not getting any breaks on your home floor from the stripes.
No.
Not that you should get breaks, mind you. But that sure looked like a reaching foul. Heffley out on the right side. Sent it back across the way. 3 ball off the rim. Rebound tip picked up here by Buchanan. Jake into the front court, left wing. Gives it up on top to Mackinnon. Over to Genrick. Runs it into the lane. Down the lane. A layup. Good with a foul. And that should have been a foul out on the floor.
Yeah, you know. And now with the free throw, you can be down just 4. The frustrating thing, Scotty, on breaking the press or getting the ball in the floor is we have 4 guards.
Yeah.
Now, the challenge is, of course, when you do get it on the sideline, we inbounded it on the sideline, they come at you with 6'6" guys to trap you. Now you've got guards trying to look over those long arms.
And the free throw drops through for Ryan Genrick. He has 5 points.
He's a competitor, I'll say that. He's given up a lot of size on defense, but certainly he is battling.
49-45, Stevens Point down in the ball game right now. Front court, left corner, it'll go there to Voss. Voss back on top, Breckel down the right side of the lane, kicks to the corner open. Getz didn't take it. Getz dribbling, kick out, Voss down the lane against AJ. Goes up, left it short, rebound, AJ Makinen. Dribbles through trouble and is fouled. They barely called that one, and I don't know why AJ tried to dribble between 3 guys, but he did. Fortunate. It'll go back to Stevens Point.
I thought they fouled Zach Boots on a similar play on the last possession.
I agree, but here you go.
Well, give them credit. They're bothering us. Their pressure has been a challenge.
Well, maybe this will make Point tougher because they're getting bodied up a little bit here. AJ off the right wing. Takes it into the lane. Jump stop out Van Kelster. Landon down the lane. Lobs it to the right or left corner. Zach down in deep. Kicks it out. AJ fakes the 3. Runs it. Doesn't take the shot. Left corner out to Buchanan. Shot clock 6. Back to Zach. 3 ball. In and out. No. Rebound. Breckel.
We had a couple better shots I thought we passed up.
I agree. Heffley front court. Pointers down 4. Can he get another stop? Gets down the lane, underneath, off the hand of Wagner, and out of bounds, back to the Pointers.
Well, they're kind of waiting for us, aren't they?
Seems like it. That's nice, though. You're a visitor, you should wait.
Yeah.
Zach will inbound it. He comes into Van Kelster. Landon hasn't had it. Did he have 1 shot in the first half?
I don't think he's had a shot yet. Let me look. Nope.
Front court, Makinen off to Landon Van Kelster. AJ Makinen dishes corner. Didn't take it. Landon into the lane, trying to work his way underneath. Dishes off to Buchanan at the elbow. Back off to Genrick. Rides it down. Baseline jumper. No.
Well, good attack.
Rebound, Voss. Right side to Heffley. Now you're down to 8:25 to go. Breckel at the top of the circle. Looked at a cutter. Tries to take it into the lane. Spin move. Still has it. Bounced away. Picked up by Buchanan. Buchanan will bring it up behind the back with the dribble into the front court to the free throw line. Kick it out. Van Kelster triple short.
Oh. That's his shot, too.
Yep. Heffley front court. Had an opportunity. Didn't capitalize. Getz into the lane. Out to Breckel. Breckel over to the left side. Heffley. Heffley works dribble. Gives to the corner. Getz wants to take it. Doesn't. Zach on him. Out it'll come here. Voss back over. Getz into the post. Breckel up off the glass.
Got it.
Scored it.
Well, able to isolate the big guy inside.
51-45. Here comes Buchanan for Stevens Point. Right side, Makinen. Wide open triple. In and out. No, just won't have it. Heffley back the other direction. Wisconsin Lutheran up by 6. Gets down the right of the lane, up by 8. No, rolls off the rim. Van Kelster tipped it, picked up by Voss, in and out. No, gets his own rebound, lost it, Moots foul. That'll be team number 6.
Yep, we'll be shooting for the last 7:09. Well,
that's the
6 points and 7:09 to go.
By the way.
Yes.
And he's going to bring Ben Lubbers back in here. Breckel going to sit. Moot still trying to get it on. Finally does to Miles Coleman. See if Miles can get something started here. He's a gamer. He's a scorer. AJ Makinen and an illegal screen on Miles. Wow. Well, just like that, you turn it right back over.
Yeah, Yeah, when you're down 4-6, you cannot turn the ball over, obviously.
7 minutes to go in the ball game. Pointers are down 6, and they're going to take a timeout here. 6:58 to go. Wisconsin Lutheran 51, Stevens Point 45. We'll take the 30-second break and come back. UW Stevens Point men's basketball on WPCN.
Hey sports fans, Scott Glinski of Skyward here. From the court to the field, the ice rink to the putting green, on the track and in the classroom, Skyward supports all local and state athletes. Since 1980, our advanced technology solution has been helping school districts improve outcomes, reduce cost, and achieve success for students. Visit us online at skyward.com to learn more and see how Skyward empowers school districts across Wisconsin. Best of luck to all local sports teams this season.
Monk's Bar and Grill. Need a place to watch your favorite team? Monk's Bar and Grill has you covered. Located at Crossroad Commons, Plover.
All right, still some time to pull this one out. Boy, you don't want to lose another one on your home floor.
You know, I was going to say the last couple of years, we just have not been good on our home floor, have we? How bizarre is that?
51-45, gets into the front court, works it down to the right baseline against Makinen. Big size advantage. Kicks it out to Wagner against Zach. Left side pass goes to Heffley. Wanted to go into the block to Lovers. Holds it out there. That's actually Borchard in there now. Heffley on the right baseline. Shot clock 9. Inside it'll go. Holding it there, Borchard. Kick out Getz. Works the dribble. Picked up. Left side. Deep three by Wagner, and he's fouled by Moots on a shot that he was never going to make.
Nope. That's a senior. I mean, Zach's a senior. Knows you can't follow through and foul. I mean, that's just kind of a desperation shot at the shot clock running down.
Wagner will get 3 free ones.
Ouch.
Yeah, just a horrible foul.
Close out.
And his 4th on top of it.
Yeah, you know, close out, yes. But threw into a shooter, no.
First free throw, good. Second one on the way, missed it. Moots will sit. Ryan Peterson comes back. .52-45, 6:29 to go in the ball game. Free throw coming up. And he made only 1 out of the 3, fortunately.
Big break there,
Josiah
right?
with a rebound off to Miles, into the lane. Bounces it off to AJ, had it open, looked, didn't take it. Peterson from the corner airmailed it. Out of bounds, back to point. Boy, Ryan's shot is so far off.
Yeah.
Can anybody shoot the basketball? 52-45. Coleman will inbound. Still looking, goes in long to Makinen over the top of Stoltz. They'll get it back over to Coleman. They have taken Buchanan right out of it here in the second half. Miles to the rack, rolls it off the rim, tipped around, loose, coming out of there with it, Wagner. Yeah. Back to Stoltz.
A struggle.
No one can score for Stevens Point. Here we go. We have these games, folks. Why they happen on the home floor, nobody will know. Tipped away, Josiah had it, and then is fouled on the pass.
He's going to get a couple. Well, he's going to get 1 free throw with a chance to get 2.
Got to make them, though.
You know, and the frustrating part, Scotty, is Wisconsin Lutheran has kind of waited for us. They had that spell out of the locker room, and then they really haven't played their sharpest basketball since either.
Well, you can still pull this out. I don't care if you win by 1 or 21. Win the game.
Well, you need to start making shots at this point.
That should be 4 on Stoltz.
Yeah, who do you have that can make shots?
Well, like I said, they've taken Buchanan out. He has not scored in the second half.
Yeah, amazing. Give them credit for that.
And right now, he was the offense in the first half.
So he's been most of our offense all season.
Josiah front end of a 1-and-1, and he missed that one. Wow. Rebounded by Borchard.
Well,
it will come into the front court with Getz. Trying to go against Coleman. High post, Borchert. Borchert against Josiah. That's a foul.
Yep,
no doubt about it.
Gonna shoot.
And that'll be team number 8.
Josiah's third.
Well, if you can't put the ball in the basket, this game is hard to claim victory at.
Yeah.
Borchert will get a 1-and-1. 52-45, 5.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Ugly is the operative word.
Yeah. And not a half bad crowd, Scotty.
Free throw good.
But if you want to keep them coming back, you got to play better basketball than this.
Yeah, you do. You do. Plain and simple. He makes them both. So you don't get any, and they get 2.
Yep.
A.J. Makinen. Now it's a 9-point game again. A.J. against Stoltz.
Where's the offense going to come is the question.
Yep. Again, one-on-one dribbling. Finally, it'll go to Coleman. Miles right wing dribble, hands it back to Makinen. Nothing inside. A.J. trying to split the D. Got in deep, goes back to Buchanan. Buchanan, right wing dribble to the free throw lane. Kick out. Van Kelster passed up the shot, goes inside, missed the bank, tipped in by Coleman. Miles with the tip in. He has 4 points. 54-47. Stoltz, high left, gets. Miles off the screen, runs into that screen. Over to the right side, people fall down. In deep to Borchert, tied up by Coleman, and the travel is he fell to the floor. Nice job by Miles. Giving you a little bit of life. Breckel will come back.
I mean, Miles
he has 4, Stoltz has 4. Go after him.
Miles reached around to tie up the ball, and it's kind of let go, and he just fell.
Yep. Now you got to inbound again. Ryan Peterson will trigger the inbound. They get it into Jake Buchanan. Everybody will drop back. Can you get a shot for Jake here somewhere? Somebody set a screen and get him open. Off the right wing. Buchanan gives back on top. Left side Makinen. Kick out Jake. They'll run it down the lane. All the way to the block. Nothing there. Backdoor cut. Van Lanen inside. Van Kelster, no. Rebound. Peterson had it. Lost it. Picked up by Stoltz.
Oh, but you know. Layup missed it.
Stoltz walks it up. Why not? You have a 7-point lead. Why hurry?
Talk about a lot of ways to lose a basketball game.
Stoltz, high right corner, long cross court. Back over to Stoltz. Looks and goes corner. Gets. Heffley a deep 3, and you can count it. And that's going to be the killer. Now you're down 10 and looking absolutely lackluster. And a timeout, Stevens Point. No answer for Stevens Point. Timeout Pointers. 3:43 to go. Let us take that break. We'll come right back in 1 minute. UW Stevens Point basketball on WPCN.
The Smash Boys basketball team will entertain Bayport on the 26th. You can hear the broadcast at 7 o'clock on True Oldies, 92.1 FM, 1010 AM, WPCN, on the internet at 921WPCN.com, or on the TuneIn radio app, sponsored by Skyward Incorporated, connecting parents and education. Auto Select, quality, dependable auto repair and service performed by qualified technicians you can trust. Nicolay Bank, score big, get paid with your Real Rewards checking account. Real people, real conversations, NicolayBank.com. Blinds and designs by Kelly, locally owned and operated, providing the best Hunter Douglas blinds, shade shutters, and drapes in central Wisconsin. Cheese Freezers, the freshest, best tasting cheese snack products, produced in Bancroft, cheese trays freshly made. Vista Royale Campground on Isherwood Road in Bancroft, making memories one campsite at a time. And Flat Out's Gold Key Motors, Church Street, Stevens Point, right value, right price, right on. Smash Boys basketball against Bayport on the 26th, 7 o'clock on WPCN.
3:43 to go in the game. The Pointers had just crawled back, well, relatively close. Now find themselves down double digits, John.
Well, you got time, but boy, oh boy, you've got to play some good basketball in the last 3:43 to have a chance.
Pointers with the ball.
What's
Didn't
that?
throw it in. Finally got it to Makinen. Don't know why you passed up the first inbound. Mackinnon, double team, kick out Van Calster. Landon into the lane. Fadeaway jumper. That is not going to go. Now he's forcing it a little bit. And he hasn't made a shot. Nope. And you lose a guy all alone at the other end for a layup. Down by 12. I don't think you're going to win this one. Boots, Van Calster. Now he's an open three. Got it. Landon with his first basket. 59-50. Here comes Stoltz. Can't give up any cheap ones anymore. Tipped away by Moots and out of bounds. Good hustle by Zach. Still going to be Wisconsin Lutheran ball. Pointers will be on the road Saturday in Michigan against Calvin. That is going to be one tough game. Heffley, the inbounder, bounces it on the floor to Stoltz. Stoltz gets by Coleman, picked up by Van Calster, and Landon's going to pick up his fourth foul. Another reach in.
Yeah, playing with his hands instead of his feet.
Your hands down.
Yeah, playing with his hands, not his feet.
And now you give him 2 free ones.
Yep. Nope, we're on 9.
Well, here I always assume you're going to make them, so sorry. You give him a 1-and-1.
Yep.
And he missed it. And it's tipped and into the hands of Van Calster. Maybe a break. Miles into the front court, working against Wagner. Gives it up to Van Calster. Landon into the lane, down the lane. Backs his way into the post against Breckel. He's got 5. Kicks it out. Miles for 3. Count it. Now back-to-back threes. 59-53. Back within 6. Still 2.25 to go. Front court. Gets left side Wagner. Wagner takes it over the top, over to Heffley. Heffley back up on top. Send it left to Stoltz. Into the left corner it'll go. Back on top, Stoltz. Starts right wing, shot clock 7, working against AJ. Stoltz down the left of the lane, fumbled it away, picked up by Zach. Zach into the front court, on ahead to Miles, slides inside, lays it up and in. And just like that, it's a 4-point game. Minute 51 to go. They're going to get a timeout here? They are. Timeout's going to be taken by Wisconsin Lutheran with 1:44 to go. Point will have 3 timeouts. Wisconsin Lutheran showing 4 timeouts left now. 4-point ball game. And a timeout here by Wisconsin Lutheran.
Well, anybody's game, Scotty.
Yep. You still, something that you have harped on, and I understand why, 58% shooting for Wisconsin Lutheran on the game.
Yep.
How do you beat a team when they're shooting almost 60%?
Well, it's not easy, and yet they've given us plenty of opportunities.
You know what the crazy stat is outside of that? You have taken 53 shots.
Yep.
They have taken 38.
Yeah, amazing.
And they lead in the game by 4.
Yeah, well, there's a shooting percentage, right?
I guess.
I mean, and they're getting better shots. They're getting inside shots. They're getting post touches. You know, we've spent a lot of this half just kind of dribbling and passing around the perimeter without much attack of the inside at all.
All right. .21 seconds on the shot clock. Minute 44 to go. Brennan Tim in for Van Calster. Heffley will inbound off the right sideline. It will come on the floor to Stoltz. Up on top, Getz. Can you get another stop? Then the collar will get tight on Wisconsin Lutheran. Right now, a 2-possession lead. Breckel picks up the dribble outside the arc, hands it back to Getz. Over to the left side, Wagner got him. No, they got him. I thought he was going to get away with the hop. The official caught him on it. That's an accurate call. That's a travel. Pointers will get it back. Down 4, minute 29.
thought they might go offense-defense.
That's what I was
might have
thinking,
been
maybe.
Colster back in, but they're going to let Tim out.
Brennan is a capable scorer,
He is.
though he has not done anything tonight. Jake Buchanan down the left of the lane, left-hand layup, got it! 2-point ball game. His first score of the second half. 59-57, a minute 13 to go. One more stop, well, maybe two. Into the front court. Gets over the high screen, right down to the baseline. Lobs it over to the corner. Stoltz wide open. No rebound.
Whoa, what a
Genrick
great force.
saves it back to Moots. Off to Buchanan. 2-point deficit. Jake against Heffley. Working dribble to the free throw line. Backing his way in. All the way to the left corner it'll go. Send it around to Genrick. Right side Brennan Tim. Tim picks up the dribble. Needs some help.
On who?
What is that call? A foul on Zach Moots, and I don't get where that came from.
What was that call?
I don't know what he did.
Well, they're going to say he pushed off to clear himself.
He didn't.
He did not have the ball. He was trying to get open in the bottom right corner, and the next thing you know, they whistle him for an offensive foul. They must.
I hate to say that's a killer.
They had to say he pushed off. Yeah, we had a chance to tie or go ahead, and now they've got a full 30, which really changes the outcome of this because they're going to get 2 automatic free throws. And you do not have to foul here, however. Boy, what a strange call in that circumstance.
Pointers are down by 2. Give away the ball on a questionable call. Should not be shooting. No, but it is going to allow, if you give up a basket here, it's in essence like giving away the game. Now,
yeah, and it'll be interesting to see how they play. I would think they want to take a shot with about 4 on their shot clock. If that's the case, there would be about 13 seconds left on the game. As you said, Scott, if they should hit this, you don't want to foul though because they're going to get 2 automatic. And if they miss that shot, you still got 9 seconds or more to come down and tie or win. There's no need to foul on this possession.
Each team has 3 timeouts showing. Getz will be the inbounder for Wisconsin Lutheran. 39.6 to go. The inbound easy enough to Stoltz. No pressure on that. They're going to let him walk the ball into the front court. Over it'll come to Heffley. Heffley bounces to Breckel. Breckel against Brennan Tim. One dribble gives it back to Heffley. Toss left to Stoltz. They're going to work the clock as John suggested. Shot clock 10. Stoltz out at the timeline against Makinen. AJ cuts him off. Stoltz comes off the Breckel screen. Still working into the lane, down the lane. Blocked by Makinen. Picked up by Buchanan. Jake front court stops. Needs a shot. Brennan Tim into the lane. Over to Makinen. Out to Buchanan. 3 ball. Got it! Reed with 6 seconds. 0.6 to go. Buchanan with the 3-pointer, and the Pointers lead it by 1 point.
Game's not over.
Seconds to go.
Game's not over. Oh my goodness.
Buchanan a triple for the lead, and now 0.6, John.
It is. Well, that's enough for a catch and a dribble and a shot. The other thing you can do here is throw it to half court, which is why I like to see ball pressure up here. You can throw it to half court, quick take that timeout. You can do all of that in about 1/10 of a second, Scotty. Then if you get it to half court, then you have the clock stop, and you can inbounds down under your basket.
We do have a 6'11" kid on the bench.
Yeah, well, that's true, and we don't
defend on the inbound. I'm just saying.
That's a great point, Sky. We don't know at this point
And
if he's
a
been
6'8"
cleared to
for that
play.
matter.
But yeah, I like the 6'8" guy on the ball. They can run the baseline, but I look for them trying to throw to half court and get a quick timeout.
If
Easier said than done.
half-court pass, a tough one.
Yes.
In other words, having to throw over a tall guy.
Right.
Might have a better chance of tipping it away, knocking it away, intercepting it, whatever. You're coming back with Buchanan, Coleman, Genrich, Makinen, Tim.
Right, and if they're not going to do that, then they have to catch the ball running towards their basket because it's too hard to catch it and turn and go. So let's see what they do. Here you go.
Yep.
Timeout.
Timeout point. So we'll play a little timeout game here for a little bit. Well, you have rallied back and potentially could get win number 4, but that's 0.6 of a second.
It's plenty of time to get a decent game-winning shot off.
Yep.
Up here comes to 6-11.
Yep.
You called it, Scotty. Good job.
Well, I learned from you, John.
Yeah, well.
We remember an inbound play from, where was that, Buena Vista?
It was Buena Vista against Eau Claire.
Some forget, in fairness, if you think about that, Coach Jack Bennett could have been in another Final Four, and that team could have easily won it all because that year, the team that knocked us out, Eau Claire, finished second with their best player getting hurt. Well, one of their best players.
I would say their second best.
Yeah.
Wellen
I agree.
Was the kid that got hurt. And
Jack could have had a third national title.
He sure could have, but
if he didn't throw a half quarter in, well, not quite half.
They ran the Valparaiso play. You may remember where
I hate to admit,
Sherm Karstensen trailed and got the pass from Eric Gardeau. And well, we're tall here.
Dylan Reuter will cover the inbounder. Obviously, you can't reach across and make contact now.
No.
Dylan's got to remember that. He is a freshman. I know he's played high school basketball. You can't reach across and make contact with that inbounder or you potentially give the game away.
And now we're taking a 30.
See what they come back with on the third try. Yeah. But I would definitely remind Dylan, if he remains in that spot, do not reach across. Keep your hands straight up.
Well, the other thing they're going to do, where he is standing is not where he's going to throw the pass from. He's going to run the baseline. So since they're handing it off on this side, Scotty, I'm guessing everything's going to happen on the other side of the court away from us because I believe he's going to run the baseline behind the backboard and is probably going to trigger something in front of our fans on the other sideline would be my guess. But still, the idea that they can get it up to half court and call a quick timeout, and then you can lob one under the basket.
And now you're not coming back with Dylan, but you're going to inbound from not inbound, but defend from about half court. Or are you? Coach is going to bring his defense up a little higher now.
Now they're going to have to catch the ball running away.
Well, we saw Stout burn our hearts.
Brennan, Tim, you got to be ready to go, bud, because you were all by yourself back here.
Do not get caught looking and Breckel get one in behind you on a long pass down the floor.
Yeah. Brennan, Tim, you've got to know.
And you can't foul these guys going for the loose ball. There's a whole lot of things that you can't do. Can you do something right?
Now we're not going to guard the ball.
Yeah. All right, 0.6 seconds. Stoltz gets it. Rolls to his right. Looking, and he'll take a timeout. Couldn't find what he wanted for the inbound play.
Well, this is the longest 0.6 seconds in the history, but you know what? Tons of strategy here.
Yeah.
They didn't have what they wanted. They took the timeout. Now, I think, Scotty, he can no longer run now.
I think that's true. He called the timeout. Well, I think that's right.
Well, I'm not 100%
We're going to find out.
I don't want to confuse anybody at home. If he's stationed there now, or if he can still run. Nothing has really changed. We've scored. And we're right back to the same timeout we had before. So I'm guessing he can still run it.
Well, we'll see. This is now exciting.
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody is left.
No, it's a fact. Final score, Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard. Right now, 0.6 seconds to go. Showing UW Stevens 0.60. Wisconsin Lutheran 59. Watch your favorite teams. Enjoy the daily food and drink specials at the final score, second and Maria Stevens Point. Pointers are coming back with Makinen, Coleman, Genrich, Buchanan, Tim. It'll be Stoltz, Getz, Steedy, Breckel, Heffley. I'm guessing Steedy might be a great shooter. Because he hasn't been in the game all that long. He does not have a point in the game. Stoltz gets it. He can run the baseline and does. He'll throw it in long up against the sideline. Steedy, that was just a bad out of bounds.
Yep.
And Steedy couldn't even grab it.
No.
Point one, this game is over in essence. You got to inbound it.
Yeah,
but
all of that, and he threw the ball out of bounds.
yeah.
Now the question is, was the player out of bounds? Because if it is, it's got to come all the way back here. And did they run the right? And did they run the right amount of time off?
Yeah, that was a...
He was out of bounds, so they're going to go back to 0.6.
Oh.
That won't even count. They'll go back to 0.6. It'll be our ball.
All right. Well, get the ball on the floor.
Yep.
A.J. Mackinnon, don't push off, by the way, to get free. They're going to bring some size in here.
Yep. Well, all you have to do
might
is,
give you a
Scotty, all you have
factor.
to do is throw this nice and high a lob right in front of your rim, and then just let it bounce. And let them grab it, and the game's over. I mean, you don't need to throw this to anybody on your team.
Do not get caught doing something crazy. 0.6 seconds to go.
Watch
A.J.
somebody flop
Mackinnon
here.
is the inbounder.
Yep.
All right, he's got it. Bounces it into Miles in the corner. Clock runs out. And Stevens Point with a come-from-behind 60-59 win over the Warriors of Wisconsin Lutheran here tonight in the Quants. And I'm a little surprised, but very happy that the Pointers rallied to get a W here tonight. Hard fought game.
Scott, I don't know who's more shocked, Wisconsin Lutheran or UW Stevens Point. I mean, the game was, we thought, over, but they just didn't want to close us out. They got stuck on 59 and couldn't get off of it. One time it was 59-47, so we close out on a 13-0 run in the last 3 minutes and 43 seconds.
We'll take the win. Stevens Point 60 and Wisconsin Lutheran 59. Let's take a 2-minute break. We'll come back with more here on the post-game show. UW Stevens Point men's basketball on WPCN.
The UW Stevens